It's always been sort of talked about like climate change is going to be something in the future, but climate change is no longer a thing of the future. It is here now. This report was called Climate Change 2022, Impacts, Adaptations, and Variability. The report is looking at the impacts of climate change around the globe. Several of the scientists said they were most surprised by the impacts they were finding in terms of loss of life, but also in terms of physical health and mental health. Specifically in North America, they're being seen in terms of intense rain in the eastern half of the continent and the prolonged droughts and heat waves that they're seeing in the West. The South sees it in more intense hurricanes and heat waves. States along the Gulf Coast of the U.S. were specifically mentioned in the report. These more intense hurricanes are striking the Gulf and causing, broader impacts in terms of flooding, like the flooding that we have seen in Houston after Hurricane Harvey, for example. As those storms arc up along the Mississippi and up through the Northeast, those areas are also getting more intense rainfall. For example, Roanoke, Virginia is seeing a lot more intense rainfall than it used to, but on the other side of the state, Virginia Beach and Annapolis, Maryland, both are suffering from the rising sea levels, bringing in more water on a high tide. In places like Phoenix, nighttime temperatures aren't dropping as low as they used to. And when the nighttime temperature doesn't drop, it doesn't allow the air to cool, so that generates warmer temperatures during the day, and it leads to the cascading impacts of warming temperatures. I think to many people, climate change seems like a big, overwhelming issue that you really don't know what you can do. In addition to trying to reduce our carbon footprint, there are these other things that people can do to make their homes and families more safe. If you know that you're in an area that's prone to flooding, you should have flood insurance so that your family can recover. You should have a plan for evacuating. People who live in wildfire-prone areas can have, defensible space around their homes, clearing out brush and having these safe zones around their homes. So there are incremental little things that you can do at your home to protect yourself.